Hi, my name is Lindsay, and I work for Nerds and Beyond. How are you doing today, Ruby?
I am good. I'm really good. I'm just checking out your room right now. Okay.
Yeah,
I like the
it's
things.
a nerd cave. So, in your new film, SAS Red Notice, Grace Lewis is a very unshakable and charismatic character. What drew you to this role?
A lot of things. I read the story. I kind of heard the log line and went, okay, it's going to be another action film, and I've done a few of them, and I wanted to make sure that there was something about it that was different enough to want to do another one. Because I get worried people are going to get Ruby Rose action film fatigue and be like, I don't want to see her kick another person. But in reading it, and it came with a book called The Good Psychopath. That's an interesting book to come with a script, which is already unique. And when I really realized a lot more about Andy McNabb and the book that he wrote and another book he wrote, the film was based on, and knowing that he was a psychopath and how much more interesting that made the script when we bring in the sort of psychological aspect of it. I was just in. I wanted to know more about that. I wanted to understand more about that and about how there are quite a lot of people on the psychopathy spectrum, and they're not all at that far end, which we assume when we think about people that are, in prison for doing horrible things, or the Jeffrey Dahmers and all the sort of serial killers. There's a different level of that as well, where people are highly functioning. They're often like surgeons because they have such, skill in being able to handle high pressure situations, and their heart rate slows down, their pupils dilate, their breathing slows down, and they have complete control. It's almost as though everything is in slow-mo. And so they have this huge amount of a quality that we can't learn, and same when they're on the battlefield in the military, they don't get PTSD when they come back. So it's a great place for them to also, have a fantastic career in life. They get married, they have kids. So it was also, for me, undoing that idea that psychopath meant one thing. And I thought, wow, we've really overused that word, and understanding the spectrum and getting to kind of work with other people that were discovering it, and also Andy, and just kind of be like, how, like, tell me how this works.
Well, you played Grace brilliantly. I was very, very fascinated with your character. So I wanted to know, Sam's character, Tom, spends a lot of the film sneaking around, but you two have a very tense showdown later in the movie. So can you talk a little bit about filming that scene in the woods and in the car?
Yeah, that was a couple of days worth of shooting. We kept thinking, today will be the day, we'll finish it. But it was honestly about a 60-part move, with all the different fights, and the choreography to that was quite intense. And we'd lose light very quickly because we're in the snow. And I think it was like dark at 3 p.m. at that point. So we'd get up really early, we'd do it. Poor Tom, Sam, sorry, but his character Tom, he decided to wear a t-shirt for that scene because we decided, okay, maybe he lost his jacket here. And they're like, what do you want to wear for the last scene? He's like, I'm just going to be my t-shirt. All my other things are gone by now. I've needed them for tourniquets and all these things. And he didn't know it was going to be snowing and freezing 3 weeks later after the decision was made. He's in a t-shirt in the snow. And I'm like, gee, and I have a jacket. I was like, well, I've got a backpack. I've just got another jacket out of my backpack. He was like, damn it. And I was like, you regret that now, don't you? The hot man in a t-shirt. Do you feel like a babe yet? I was like, no, at least like he's such a babe that when it comes out, everyone sees you in your t-shirt. It's gonna be great, but right now you're close to pneumonia, boy. But we just snuggled and rehearsed all the time.
Well, that scene was really great. The last thing I just wanted to ask was, who was your favorite? I mean, sounds like you had a lot of fun with Sam, but was there anyone else that was your favorite scene partner in the movie to work alongside?
Oh, that's asking an impossible question because Tom Wilkinson played my father. I mean, that's unbelievable. And then I worked with Andy Serkis, who I've been a fan of forever. And Hannah is amazing as well. I didn't get as many scenes with Hannah, who's a brilliant actor. And Jing, who was my kind of right-hand woman. And she's fantastic. So I would say all of them. I would say that Andy Serkis and I had some amazing chemistry and some amazing scenes that I will forever remember because he's such a fantastic actor. And I remember every time we were together, we shot something and they said, cut. We sort of forgot we were filming something. And that's what you aim for, obviously in every scene and every job, but sometimes it happens for a long period and sometimes it happens sparingly, and you always want to hold on to it when it happens. And he's one of those actors that helps you elevate to that level where you forget you're acting entirely.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Ruby. It was a pleasure speaking with you today.
Absolutely. Thank you.